All right, let's talk about something that happens to literally all of us. That super awkward moment when you forget someone's name right after meeting them. I mean, it's a totally universal feeling, right? But how you handle it, well, that's a real skill. So let's dive in and build a little toolkit of phrases that'll help you sail through it.
We have all been there. You see a face you know you should know, and nothing. Your mind is a total blank. You get that little bit of panic. Well, the good news is there's a really smooth way to handle it. Let's actually watch how this plays out in a real life kind of scenario.
Okay, so here's the scene. You've got Nick and Anna. They met at a conference about a week ago, and they just, bump into each other on the street. The conversation starts off pretty great, super casual and friendly. Now, Nick's move here is pretty interesting. He's being really polite, he suggests meeting up again, he's even offering his business card. So on the surface, it's all smooth, right? But you can kind of tell he's trying to make a quick getaway. So what's really going on? Aha! And there it is, the moment of truth. Instead of just trying to fake his way through it, Nick just comes right out and admits it. Now, this is a classic awkward spot, but the way he says it makes all the difference. That tiny little conversation was actually packed with super useful stuff. Let's break it down. Okay, so that little chat was full of some great everyday English. We're going to pull out the best phrases from it and pop them right into your conversational toolkit. All right, first up is this gem, in a bit of a hurry. This is such a fantastic, polite way to let someone know you can't talk for long. I mean, think about it. It's just so much softer and more casual than saying, I have to go now, which can sound a little blunt, right? And you can use this little phrase pretty much anywhere. Telling a coworker you'll get to those files later, or even, asking a cab driver to step on it a little. It's just super, super versatile. Okay, this is one of those little details that can really make your English sound so much more natural. In the conversation, they use two really similar phrases, around here and right around the corner. See, around here is general. It's just this area. But right around the corner is super specific. It usually means it's on the next street. It's a tiny difference, but that's what it's all about, right? That little bit of precision is what makes you sound like you really know the language. Now, Anna's reaction to Nick forgetting her name is just brilliant. It's like a social superpower. She could have just said, "Oh, it's Anna." But instead, she says something like, "Don't worry, I'm terrible with names too." This phrase, terrible with, is a tool for connection. By saying she's also terrible with names, she's not just stating a fact, she's making him feel better. And just like that, poof, the awkwardness is gone. And hey, you can be terrible with almost anything. Directions, numbers, remembering faces. It's just a really common and honestly a very human way to talk about the stuff we're not great at without making a big deal out of it. All right, so we've got the practical phrases down. But what about the overall vibe of the conversation? Let's look at one super simple change that will make you sound way more casual and natural. So remember how Anna started the whole thing? It was just these three little words. Look, how are you is fine. It's totally correct. But how's it going? That's what you're going to hear friends and coworkers say to each other all the time. It just feels a lot less like you're reading from a textbook. Give it a try. It's such an easy swap to make. Okay, let's get back to the main event, that heart-stopping moment when a name just completely vanishes from your brain. What do you actually do? Here's a step-by-step guide to recovering with total grace. This is the magic phrase Nick used. Your name has slipped my mind. It's so much better than I forgot. Why? Because I forgot sounds like you failed, but when something slips your mind, it feels like an accident, like the memory itself just floated away. It's way softer, way more polite. And this isn't just for names, by the way. This works for anything you forgot by accident, a birthday, responding to an email, you name it. It's really the perfect way to give a gentle apology when you've had one of those small memory fails. So, what's the game plan? Well, you've got a few options, depending on how bold you're feeling. The direct approach is to just be honest, just like Nick was. But hey, if that feels a little too direct for you, you can be sneaky about it. Try asking for a business card or for their email. The secret here is that their full name is almost always going to be right there on their card or in their email address. It's a really clever, low-key way to get the info you need without having to ask directly. Okay, that was a lot of great stuff. So let's boil it all down to the absolute essentials. What are the key phrases you should walk away with and start using today? All right, here they are, your new conversational power-ups. One to kick things off casually, one to make a polite exit, one to admit you forgot something without sounding bad, and one to connect with people and make them feel comfortable. Seriously, getting these down will make a huge difference.
So, I've got a little challenge for you. Think about your week ahead. Who are you going to talk to? A colleague? A friend? Maybe someone new? Pick one person and one of these phrases and just try it. Because honestly, the only way this stuff sticks is if you actually go out there and use it. Thanks for tuning in.